Guidelines: read before posting, keep questions concise, use paragraphs if you can't handle upsetting replies or the FAQ, don't ask.
I'm really happy for you. Okay.
And women, describe your ideal type, then your ideal self, and how that differs from you now. Ideal type: quote, loyal, skinny, virgin, reserved but opens up for the person she loves, wants a simple lifestyle, wants to get married and have kids, romantic, more affectionate than sexual, I want to just be able to hold her for hours, bonus points for common interests like painting, ideal me, virgin, very fit, loyal, socially capable, skillful in many things, make enough money to semi-retire early, be happily married to the girl above until I die, current me, same as my ideal except not married or social. I could also bridge more fit, I want to be the best I can be while still accepting myself to have my ideal partner. Quote, I want to be the best I can be while still accepting myself to have my ideal partner. This is key right here. Bleep off, you already shat up the last thread. I know this is a boring answer, but I don't have an ideal type. Not physically, at least. I love men with red hair, I love dark-haired men, and I love the way golden peach fuzz looks on a body. I love slender boys, fat men, older than me, younger than me. Relationships could be problematic, strictly talking about attraction here. You name it. Hell, I have met some pretty bleeping sexy women as well. The only common denominator most of the men I like share is that I'm really into guys with a relaxed, kind vibe, attitude, also often soft-spoken, valuing being open-minded over intense opinions, liking harmony. But physically, no. As for attraction in personality, apart from this, I'm a sucker for getting teased nicely, and I need to be able to talk freely and personally with someone for real attraction. I guess my ideal self would be a little lighter, trimmer, like 5-10 pounds less. Bleeping love curls or just thick wavy hair, but mine is sleek and straight, so that. I also really admire people with great diligence. I get my bleep done, but it would definitely be nice to never waste energy on last-minute stressing. I'm 26 now though, and can't say I have really active fantasies about being different, as it's already so much better than being younger. I had a size 4 at 5'9" until 24 or so, but I bleepo much meaner about my body and carried around so much more shame back then that I can't say I think of that wistfully. I would love to actually get a new language down though. I like myself now. My ideal is like me with similar interests, same disposition, maybe a little braver or open emotionally, and dark hair and eyes. Ideal type: quote, slim, slender, toned tummy drives me crazy, flat is nice but I wouldn't turn away a girl with bigger boobs, it's just that smaller goes with a toned tummy more often, so I've come to like it. Natural chest, I'm not interested in changing that, either up or down. Simple hairstyle, natural color, maybe dyed blonde but not unnatural colors, and not someone who dyes her hair to suit her mood. Height isn't important to me, a tall girl is fine, even if she's taller than me, must be comfortable in her body, even if there are improvements she wants to make, mentally stable, even if a bit neurotic, no tats, bleepod mods. Standard pierced ears is fine, educated or seeking an education, prefers quiet to excitement, even if she's extroverted, craft up politically, leans conservative but not red-pilled, sexual experience is a plus but not strictly necessary, no significant history of serial one-night stands or deviant sexual behavior, no kids, but interested in having 'em, likes dogs, will take my family name upon marriage, doesn't need to travel constantly. My ideal self: smiley face, in good shape, gainfully employed in a litigation position on the partner track, confident in my professional skills, published author, in fiction or non-fiction, homeowner, the more pleasure reading my current self. Smiley face, in bad shape, unemployed, still not really over my first exposure to litigation, aspiring author, staying with family, don't read as much as I want to, average height, curly hair, non-virgin, many productive hobbies, including cooking. What should my opener be on a girl who I matched with on Tinder and she has bleep.io? We went to the same school, so I don't know if she remembers me, but I feel like it would be better to ask, hey, I'm the guy you made eye contact with a few times at school, do you remember me? Help. Bump. She was 1 year below me, by the way. I'd just take the plunge and tell her you remember her. It's kind of a unique selling point. She already has an idea of who you are and you are less likely to be peaked to bleep OME random thirsty guy. Besides, when people age it becomes more significant that you used to go to school together. I've had more than one person enthusiastically talk to me for 10 minutes and so nice to run into me and yada yada, without even acknowledging we did not get along or never exchanged more than a word or so. She won't think you're some sort of weirdo stalker for remembering you used to school together, don't worry. Alright, thanks. I'll give it a shot. Also, I super liked her and it's only been like 6 months since I graduated, if it makes a difference. No difference other than that your vibe should be more. So how's college been treating you so far, and less OMG can you believe it has been X years. Just to be sure, is this good? Hey name, I don't know if you remember me, but we went to the same school together. Or should I pose it more as a question for her to answer also? Nah, just go with quote, hey name, we were in Ciela bleep together, how are you, or some variation. Whether or not it's justified based on the little contact you had. Actually saying you don't know if she remembers you makes you sound insecure and apologetic. I mean, unless you never had any Ciela bleep together in a huge school, it's weirder that she would have forgotten 6 months afterwards than anything else. Real question doesn't matter, you already have a link. If that's not enough for her to talk a little, then it wouldn't have made a difference if you asked her something outright. She's either interested or she isn't. Quote, I mean, unless you never had any Ciela bleep together in a huge school, that's exactly what it was, lol. But I definitely remember how she once blushed and smiled on the ground when I held eye contact with her, a bleep he walked by. Then we had a few more of those eye contact situations, but we never actually said any words to each other. Quote, that's exactly what it was, lol. Then just make it a hey, remember me. We went to X together. Same message, more upbeat, and yeah, I know those situations. Good for you. It's a promising start at least, especially since not that much time pa bleep ed. Thanks so much, man. I always overthink these things and end up coming on too strong. I have a question for the human females here. Does the following female archetype seem realistic enough to pursue? Quote, honest, compa bleep ionate, humble, places more value in principles than in material wealth, i.e. will not be upset if her partner does not take advantage of a bribe or illegal loophole for economical gain, intelligent, witty, wants to raise a family. Yeah, absolutely. My only advice would be to make sure you go for a woman who feels right for you when you're around her, not someone who seems right on paper. Sometimes you meet someone who makes you realize, you know what, this girl has the worst f-bleeping sense of humor I ever experienced and it's adorable, and then you know you're in love. Basically, it's good to know what you want but don't hyper-focus on this idea, use it loosely. Quote, basically, it's good to know what you want but don't hyper-focus on this idea, but then you starting noticing everything you don't like about her and have to break up. How is that a good idea? I'll try to get some sleep tonight and then try again tomorrow when I see her. I can fap more tar and bleep per day, but honestly I rarely do, so that might be been part of it. Quote, I'll try to get some sleep tonight and then try again tomorrow when I see her. Be at your best. Relax, sleep properly, eat properly as possible. I can fap more tar and bleep per day, but honestly I rarely do, so that might be been part of it. I still think that's unlikely. The other things that I pointed on the post that you quoted are more important. You were able to get hard, get a BJ and C bleep, weren't you? Yeah, she was watching for when I'd get hard, and then when she found it she went for it. Hopefully tonight I sleep. Not much else I can do about the stomach nutrition. I didn't care before, but now I kind of do. Reading up on this astrology s bleep is kind of interesting. Why the hate with Scorpios? She was AF bleep in Taurus. Taurus and Scorpio are not an easy combination according to astrology. They are opposites, which is not even the worst angle honestly. It's more of a you'll feel very drawn to each other, or repelled. Both can happen, but also very mystified by what moves the other person. Also, in general, Scorpios are supposedly these intense, hypersexual people. This is a pretty flat description, but for people who casually read about astrology now and then, it's what they all know. Scorpio is intense, up for anything, vengeful, secretive. In general, if you want real astrology, you have to look at your entire birth chart and not just your sun sign. She's being a pleb anyway. And it is also just possible that this is her own conclusion after noticing she does not typically get along with Scorpios or something like that. Again though, don't take it too seriously, it's really just a thing to pay bleep time with, like the Myers-Briggs or whatever else. Quote, but then you starting noticing everything you don't like about her and have to break up. That's a possibility, but every relationship can break up, that's part of the game. And I think many people have the experience that they thought they cared a lot about certain things, or hated certain things, until they met someone that made him see things in a different light. There's also a big difference about compromising on values, future goals, integrity, honesty, etc., and having it set in your mind that you need a gamer girlfriend, or someone with the exact same humor. Besides, this is just a hypothetical person. In a real scenario, they won't just not meet every single point, they will also bring things to the table you might never realized you enjoyed so much.